Yeah, so I had a chat challenge me to watch this. It's the Kentucky Ballistic. My 50 cal exploded. I guess we're gonna watch this. Sick, bruh.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott.
Hi, Scott.
And I'm gonna tell you about how my 50 cal exploded.
I like how he paused so that I could say hi, Scott. That's really polite of him. I really appreciate his manners. It really made my day.
And I almost bit the dust about 2 weeks ago.
Damn.
So I know a lot of you are probably wanting me to explain my injuries, and I'm gonna do that.
Not really. I just care about the gun part.
But I think it's best we start from the beginning. I know some of you are gonna try to skip around in this video.
I make a joke, but like I am intrigued about all this, but like, oh god, dude, this is rough. This is freaking rough.
I really recommend you stay tuned and listen to all of this. But for those who are gonna skip around, let me clear something up first.
That's not bad.
This was not the Barrett that we tested, and this was a complete freak accident. There's nothing that I did to have caused this. So April 9th.
I don't think he would have done it intentionally, but like, is he saying that like even if he had done everything 100% like perfectly, like this is just something that can happen?
2021, we come out here to shoot a fire hydrant with some slap rounds using my Serbu RN50. So we have the Serbu RN50 with the 36-inch long heavy barrel, and we're gonna go.
Yeah, okay. I think he did it for ease. I don't know. I think he did it.
Go ahead and go big or go home and start out with this. This is a 50 BMG slap tracer round.
That thing is huge. Holy.
The slap rounds tend to go a little to the right, so I aimed a little to the left, but this one actually hit true to where I was aiming. We hit right here.
That is some fucking power.
And you can see that thing is smoking. And then we blew right through the back of this thing. Everything was going pretty smooth. We shot the fire hydrant several times, but the slap rounds were acting a little funny. One of the slap rounds hit like 1.5 feet low and to the right.
Oh, that would be concerning.
I say we hit it with one more slap round, but this time aim for the thickest part of the fire hydrant and see what happens.
Oh no, is this like the last one too? Or he was just like, let's just do one more? Oh, that would crush me. Okay, doesn't seem like it. Oh, that's sort of, okay, the down and to the right, yeah. Notice how much larger the muzzle flash is compared to the first slap round. Yeah, no, that's fair. But still freaking wicked power. Oh, that would concern me. Did he see that at all in real time? Because like if I saw that in front of my face.
The gun was functioning normally.
I mean,
as it always has. I've been using this gun for a long time now, and I've never had any issues.
So is there something wrong with the ammo?
So before all this happened, we took one last shot, and it was actually really
oh, it was the one last shot. Oh, that sucks.
Cool. The round was stuck out the back of the fire hydrant. This is a 50 BMG silver red tip.
Bro, he keeps scaring me. I'm like, oh man, oh okay, oh man, oh okay.
Piercing incendiary tracer. So we went through the top of the fire.
Okay, it does not look like you would have been able to see that in with the naked eye. They saw that with the camera. It's very difficult to tell when you're in the sighted. Yeah, that was real time. They had to slow it down. So yeah, he would not have seen it.
Hydrant. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
It has a little penis.
What?
Oh my god, it's like a little clit.
What? What the fuck? It's just stuck out the back.
It's just a little clitoris.
I decided I was gonna take one last shot with a slap round and try to hit the thickest spot on the fire hydrant.
Is this the one last? All right.
So before I loaded my last slap round, I know that there was no barrel obstruction because I literally found the round in the fire hydrant. But this last round that I loaded into my Serbu RN50 was a very, very hot round, and I had no idea. And there's
can someone say what he means by very hot round? Like it had too much explosive in it? Someone put way too much gunpowder in it. Okay, yeah, I had it right.
Really no way for me to have ever known that this round was as hot as it was.
Yeah, that's what it didn't seem like he was. Yeah, see, I didn't think he was.
So here you can see me taking the last.
That bitch is big.
Shell casing out, and now I'm
Thwomp.
loading in the slap round.
It is good too. They always have like camera footage of this shit.
I screw the cap on all the way. and the gun closes completely and everything is functioning as normal. And
I'm scared.
One thing is something someone may mention is maybe I didn't screw the cap on all the way. Well, you can clearly see the cap is screwed on all the way, and this gun actually will not close if the cap is not screwed on all the way.
Which is a good thing, honestly. At least that helps prevent some issues. Yeah, we're watching the I almost died video, yeah.
So everything was functioning good on the gun. What I didn't know was the slap round that I put inside it was extra hot, and I had no idea. And there's really no way for me to have ever known. These rounds are extremely rare, and they're very old.
Damn, that sucks. That's like getting your favorite like vintage like piece of machinery or like whatever in general, like, and just like finding out like it's like, oh, I can finally like use this machine, and then something goes like catastrophically wrong. Like that would just like hit me in the dick. Like aside from like the medical injuries, that sucks too, but it's just like, this is obviously something that means a lot to him, and like this is something that this channel is like into. So like having your hobby just kind of kick you in the ass like that just sucks, man. It's like, oh, I got this rare ammunition, and like we're gonna shoot this fire hydrant, and this video is gonna be sick, and then this happens. That's, oh God, man, that sucks.
They're like $100 a piece. These aren't manufactured.
I mean, I guess it's similar to like surfers who get attacked by sharks. Like, it's shitty, man. It's like you do what you love, and like sometimes you know the risks and sometimes you don't, and like sometimes there's just so much stuff that's out of your control, and it's just like, thank God the dude is still freaking here today.
Manufactured anymore, and really there's no way you can really know what's happened to them over time as they've passed hand to hand. I was under the impression that these were genuine military surplus rounds and hadn't been tampered with. So now I'm gonna act.
Oh, that sucks, dude. I really wish there was a way to tell on that stuff. So like you can inspect the rounds like when you get them at least, but like, damn.
Actually show you what happened.
Oh, I'm scared.
It's not graphic.
Okay.
All the graphic stuff happened after the fact, and I'm gonna tell you all about that, but I am gonna show you what happened just so you can see what happened to me that day.
Dude, it's like a fucking train wreck. I can't. Oh. Oh.
So when I pulled the trigger, the gun exploded almost immediately. So the first thing that went was this cap. And this cap is solid steel, and it is very, very heavy. If you look right here, the threads are sheared off of this gun completely.
Jesus. What about the inside of the cap? Does he show the inside?
With Mark Serbu, and he said that normal pressures.
I think he's kind of showing it.
And it was this cap. And this cap is solid steel, and it is very, very heavy.
Because I'm wondering if it's like sheared off on that side too, or the cap is.
If you look right here, the threads.
That is absolutely crazy. For sure, it's scary. Yeah, no, for sure.
I spoke with Mark Serbu, and he said that normal pressures are 55,000 psi, and for those threads to have sheared off and this cap to have just blown off like that, we're looking at over 85,000 PSI. So the cap blows off.
That's crazy. I don't know what that number means, but that's crazy. I mean, obviously it's a lot, but that's crazy.
It's kind of hard to put.
I mean, it is almost double though. Like that's a good chunk.
Because of my little nose brace, I'll explain. But safety glasses are on.
What are the glasses? Are those the same glasses?
And this cap, you can see this little crescent here.
Oh yeah.
This cap hit me.
Ooh, he would have been living like me.
Right there. I'm not really sure which way.
I mean, if he would have been lucky, he would have only lost that one.
Probably more like this, but it struck me in the face.
I mean, honestly, could have probably made it out of there with both of his eyes, but more than likely would have lost one, if not both. If he just lost one, that's, thank God, it's not nearly as bad as both, but like, I don't wish this on anybody, man. I don't wish this vision loss journey on anybody.
When this cap hit me in the face, it broke my orbital bone in 3
holy shit
spots, here, here, and here. It also broke my nose and that's why I have this on. I've had to have facial surgery to repair all this. Here's the really bad part though. On this lower, normally there's these 2 ears that stick up right here.
Oh.
And this is what prevents you from closing the gun when the cap's not on all the way.
Yeah.
If the cap is on all the way, it will fit perfectly right here with those ears.
Oh yeah, sharp no click on both. But thankfully the scope stayed together and only the cap went back and hit him. Yeah, and it does sound like he could have gotten lucky and like just would have broken some bone. It's definitely like a percentage chance here. Like you can point at the glasses crack and be like, oh yeah, well this, but like here's the thing. It also depends on like where it hit on his bones. If he wasn't wearing the glasses, there is still a chance that he could have made it out of this with both eyes if he wasn't wearing protection. But those chances are very fucking slim. It's just the way that the cap hit on the bone and because the glasses are protruding out further, there's a possibility, but like I highly doubt it.
Pushed up against it. When the cap blew off the gun, it came straight back, shearing.
Oh my God, I had like a ramp.
Those ears off the lower. One of these is still at the hospital, and this is the one we found. This one zipped right past my head, went inside my hat.
That's kind of funny a little bit.
Blew a hole.
Oh shit, it's not funny anymore.
Through it and took it off my head, would appear.
So it literally went into that space between, oh, that's so, dude, this man is asinine amounts of lucky. Oh my Jesus. This man is so incredibly freaking lucky. The fact that it went into the fucking gap and out the side is insane. That could have sliced his head.
There's 7 to 8 feet. Now the other one is what almost ended me.
I mean, yeah, there's the other side of the unlucky aspect.
It hit me right here in the throat.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that injury. Literally showed at the beginning of the thing and I forgot about it. Yeah, that shit's...
lacerate my jugular vein.
Ah!
And then punctured a hole in my right lung. As for...
fuck! Why'd it have to be the lung too?
my hand, my best guess is this is what did it.
Yeah,
in the video,
fair.
you can...
Is it mostly, like, I'm wondering, is it mostly, like, broken bones? I'm assuming it's mostly broken bones and fractures. Because it looks like the way that his hand is sat in there, that he obviously still has fingers.
Almost disappears instantly. I believe it came in a downward motion and hit my finger.
Yeah, okay.
You have your natural bend in your index finger. Well, this bone right here looked like a V. So my finger looked like a big W. So back to the lacerated jugular.
That's a little bit more than a break and fracture. Holy shit.
I've now been hit in the throat, and I'm not really sure what happened because when this cap hit me in the face, I went blind in my right eye instantly.
Oh shit, okay, yeah.
I have vision coming back now, and they say my eyes should make a full recovery.
Oh, so probably because, like, pressure built up, and, like, how does that freaking, I have to, hang on. I have to look it up, because I think there's, like, a thing. Yeah, it's literally just, like, trauma disruption of the brain's visual processing center, traumatic optic neuropathy, or vascular issues that cut off blood, which would be the jugular. So, like, blood would basically start going back to where it's supposed to. Common things that this can happen from, just in case you didn't know: concussions, whiplash, orbital bone fractures, there it is, and brain swelling. As far as the orbital bone fractures, fractures in the eye socket, retina detachment, or severe swelling from injuries, and airbag impacts. So, I mean, the airbag impact would be a good thing to compare it to. That's fair. I don't think it's the best thing to compare it to, but yeah. So, like, pressure builds, and then it, like, the optic nerve gets, like, pinched, basically. Kind of like with my glaucoma. I'm not going to pretend to be a medical expert. I'm just reading off what I read on Google, but yeah.
Recovery. But in that moment, I went completely blind in this eye, and it was like I had been punched. And I went backwards, and I landed on all fours. A lot of you wonder who is behind the camera in my videos. This is my dad.
Oh, wow. Enjoy the trauma.
His name is also Scott. If he had not been out here with me, that would have been it for me. He come running up and he let me know of my injuries because I was still in a daze. I've just been punched in the face by a big metal cap. And he let me know real quick that there was a hole in my neck and I was losing a lot of blood really fast. My dad shoved his thumb into my neck, and said, put your thumb there. Now that I'm aware of what's going on, I took my left thumb, I took my shirt, wrapped it in my shirt, and I shoved it as far into my neck as possible. I was not aware that my jugular was lacerated, but I did know this is really bad. I have a law enforcement background, and I've been trained in injuries and wounds and gunshots and things like that. And I know very well that if you get hit in the neck, it's not good because you can't tourniquet a neck.
Dude, no amount of training or anything would prepare you for this shit, though. Holy fuck.
After I had plugged the hole, I applied extreme pressure, pinched my head down into my hand, and made a run for the truck. So the truck here was right near us. There's a trailer attached. I had to run around the front. I jumped in the passenger seat. Dad jumped in, and we took off. And this all happened in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna get to the hospital way faster than any fucking ambulance would.
Say under a minute, we were in that truck and just hauling tail into town. Something I forgot to mention, this upper weighs like 25 pounds. And you can see in the video that it just gets thrown off the table. So much pressure came out the back of this upper that it launched it off the table. It's an insane amount of energy that was thrown into my body. So now we're driving very fast into town.
Dad, though. Dad. If it had been, here's the thing, if it had been any other, like, just random father just supporting their son's hobby, like, I don't know if he would have had, like, the forethought to, like, know what to do in that kind of situation of, like, applying pressure is obviously something you would try, but, like, I mean, maybe it would have been fine. He'd be like, oh, you're bleeding from your neck, and then, like, the guy would be like, all right, here, like, what, like, they might have still been okay, but, like, their time would have been a lot, because, like, maybe the dad would have panicked and called 911 and, like, had to have an operator tell him, and, like, it's one of those things where, like, he is lucky he has the father he has, too.
I am applying constant pressure to my throat, and I'm breathing very slowly.
Yep, Dad knew exactly what to do, so it was all over it. Yeah, and that's the thing too, like, if you are going to participate in hobbies like this and you do have someone on site with you, you need to make sure they are just as knowledgeable, if not more so, than you are when it comes to possible injuries, because, like, it is a similar situation to, like, if you live with someone with a disability or, like, you live with someone with a medical condition, you need to know how to handle that medical condition. It's like, oh, you got this person with type 1 diabetes, and it's just like, well, I'm just your roommate, why do I care? And it's like, no, you should fucking care, because that person could die if it's not for you. And, like, have a plan.
Because the faster your heart rate, the faster you're going to bleed.
Oh god, that's such a hard thing to do in that moment too.
My dad's driving, so I thought it would be nice of me to call the ambulance. My dad didn't agree with this, but I wanted to do it myself because I wanted to try and stay awake. I needed to be doing something to keep myself conscious. If you have an iPhone, there's this nifty little feature on the side here, and if you hit that button one too many times,
yeah, Samsung does the same now.
You call 911. This can be kind of annoying when you're trying to shut off your alarm in the morning, but when there's a lot of
well, with ours, I think mine is like 5. If you do it more than like 5 or more times, it does it. You can also have it set to where it'll text people, and I think it'll even send those phone numbers your GPS location.
On your phone and you can't open it, it comes in really handy. I got on the phone with 911 and I let them know what it.
You don't have to set it up for it to work, but you have to set it up if you want it to send, like, info to certain phone numbers.
Happened, and then we were coming into town, and they were going to send an ambulance to meet us halfway. There were several times where I thought I was going to pass out, and I knew if I passed out that was going to be it, because my dad's driving. If I pass out,
you're not holding pressure anymore.
Keep applying pressure to my neck to keep me from bleeding out. Times like this, you really need something to focus on, and I focused on my kids. I had their faces in my brain, and I just focused on them, and I fought as hard as I could.
Damn, this is getting to me. Holy shit. Ian Sam's gonna cry! I'm a sensitive little baby bitch now, though. Dude, ever since I, like, got fucking, I got on, like, ADHD meds and hormones, I have been crying so easily. I don't cry as easily about regular stuff anymore. I'm so empathetic about shit like this. I am just a little bitch when it comes to shit like this now. Same, I was already super empathetic before, but ADHD meds, like, amped up everything. Dude, that's crazy.
I stayed conscious the entire time. We met the ambulance halfway. They got me loaded up, and we took off towards the hospital. And like I said, I know that I was in a bad spot. And I don't know if you know this, but if your jugular is completely severed, you have 30 seconds. I knew that being hit in the throat, I may not have much time, but the closer we got to the hospital, the more my confidence built, and I thought, hey, maybe I'm gonna be all right. When I was in the ambulance, I asked them to cut my shirt off because I was having trouble breathing, and I thought maybe I'd been hit in the chest as well. They cut my shirt off, there wasn't anything there, but when I got to the hospital, they x-rayed me, and they said my right lung had collapsed because it had filled with blood, and that was from this little guy here puncturing my lung as well. So from there, they had to intubate me while I was wide awake, and I tell you, that is not
That's
fun.
an
Take
experience.
this long metal rod with a point on it, and they stick it through your rib cage. And
oh, that actually, okay. I was expecting it to be like in the esophagus. Oh yeah, it was the lung though. It was lung. That's fair.
It wasn't fun. After that, I was feeling a little better. I could breathe a little better. And then they wanted me to take my thumb out of my neck, and I was like, we're not taking my thumb out of my neck. You just wrap it up with some tape and stay there. But they told me I had to take my thumb out of my neck. So they had a bunch of gauze and packing, and as soon as I pulled it out, they packed my throat.
Yeah,
when I pulled my thumb out, that's when I saw my finger, and they said that I audibly said, oh, that's not good.
Base.
Because my finger looked like a big W. They informed me after that they were going to have to life flight me to Vanderbilt Hospital in Nashville, Tennessee. Very, very good hospital with very, very good.
Yeah, so they triaged him and then flew him out.
Doctors, obviously, I'm here making this video. Big shout out to Vanderbilt Hospital. You guys are the best. So now they're about to knock me out, and at this moment, I realized that this may be the last time that I see my wife or see my dad.
Oh, come on, please.
Because once they knock you out, that's it. Either they're gonna fix you or you're not waking up. My wife had arrived. I called her in there, I held her hand, and we had words, and then I called my dad in to pray. And after that, I remember waking up in Vanderbilt Hospital, hooked up to every machine possible.
Lord have mercy.
Some pictures in here. So they did a number on me. So you can see this cut here, and this actually goes all the way down.
Yeah, it's part of the Y cut.
To right here.
Yeah.
To repair my jugular and my lung, they had to open up my chest.
They basically Y sliced him.
Completely. They cut me completely open, just like open heart surgery. They told me a guy my size should hold 6 to 8 units of blood, and total from all the blood I lost
feel the
from
phantom
the
pain.
initial injury and the surgeries, they had to give me 5 units. There was also a chance.
Dude, he talks about shit like I do, though. It's like, hey, this happened. Sorry, and clear my throat because, my body was sliced open.
That I could have had a stroke. To repair your jugular vein, they have to pinch it off. Well, your jugular vein supplies the oxygenated blood to your brain. So they can only pinch it off for so long.
Right.
They pinch it off, they repair it, then after that, when they open it back up, all that blood rushes into your brain, and there's a chance you could have a stroke.
Oh, Jesus.
Praise God, I did not have a stroke as well. As for my hand and my face, they had to do surgery on that as well. I have pins in my finger to hold it in place. And like I said, they had to repair my orbital bone in 3 spots. As you can see, they cut me here and right here. And they also cut inside my mouth, all the way back here to the front to be able to get to all of those spots. So I had a breathing tube in, but I still wanted to talk. I wanted to know what had happened to me and what was going to happen. Well, my nurse, Cody, shout out to that guy, best nurse ever, brought me a dry erase board so that I could write and ask questions. I wanted to talk to my wife. Well, he would call her for me, and then I would write out what I wanted to say, and he would say it over the phone for me, and then I could sit there and talk.
Dude, those ICU nurses are
Talk
base.
to my wife. Also, I really wanted a mellow yellow. I was craving it so bad. When I was finally unhooked from everything, I remember sitting in my room, and he peeked his head in. He was like, "Can you eat and drink now?" And I said, "Yeah." And he handed me a mellow yellow. Coolest nurse ever. So for about 2 days, I had tubes coming out of the front of my chest.
Yeah, it sounds like he mostly dealt with that one specific nurse too. So they even had like more specialized care, because usually it's just like a whole like group. You never like see the same person more than like once a day at most. Like
1 tube coming out of my right side and 1 tube coming out from behind my collarbone to drain everything around my lungs. And I had to carry this little vacuum pack with me. They removed those really quick. I'm healing extremely fast.
Oh, for sure.
They kicked me out of trauma within a few days.
Oh, he's in trauma in ICU, okay.
This happened on April 9th, which is a Friday. I went home the following Saturday.
He probably started in ICU, then went to trauma.
There is a lot more to this story when it comes to my injuries and everything that I had to do to overcome them. Long story short, I shouldn't be standing here. I should be 6 foot under, and if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. So I know there's one big question that you're all wondering. What's going to happen to Kentucky Ballistics, and am I going to keep making videos? And the answer to that is absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not going to quit doing what I love because of a freak accident.
I highly recommend therapy, though, or like something, because like the trauma can sneak the fuck up on you, dude. And like sometimes with this shit, any slight hesitation can cause major problems, and so it's just like you gotta keep on top of your mental health with this shit, and it's just like gotta take care of yourself.
There's nothing that can keep me from continuing on. I love what I do, and I appreciate every single one of you. I am healing at a Wolverine rate. I am healing so fast that really a lot
of videos to this day. Oh, 100%.
I've been kind of confused at how fast I'm healing. That's God. He's healing me quick. And I'm going to keep making videos, and I cannot wait to get back out here. I have some videos planned.
Dude, not to excuse like the religious thing at all, but like the dude also looks like he takes very good care of himself. So like him healing up as quickly is probably a better situation for his health, because like he looks like he takes care of himself. He looks like he knows what he's like, all this kind of stuff. He's probably not like pushing it either, because like that's what delays recovery the most for people, is like the doctors will tell you like, oh, don't lift 50 pounds for like 2 weeks, and then people are out here like lifting bags of dog food and shit. I know in particular, like my stepsister, it was like she prolonged her recovery by a chunk because she decided to go out and power wash her house. So,
and I think you're gonna like them. It's gonna be some really funny stuff. Also, I know there's gonna be a good bit of you that want to support me while I'm healing, and I really appreciate that, but I don't want to do a GoFundMe or anything like that. If you want to help me out,
so
I want you to get something out of it too.
Yeah.
So we got some new shirts.
That works.
The doctors told me that if it wasn't for this thumb, that I would have died. This thumb saved my life, and my wife came up with this saying. She said, just put a thumb in it. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever. So that's what we're going with. We have just put a thumb in it shirts. I think these are awesome. And if you want to support me, there's a link in the description down below. They're available now. Pick you up a shirt and support Kentucky Ballistics. This is not my normal content, and definitely not what you expected me to post this week, but this is something I felt like I needed to let you know. Again, this was a complete freak accident, and there's no way I would have ever known just how hot that round was until it was too late. So like I said, I'm healing really fast, and I'm gonna be back to it as soon
that's just, oh God, that's crazy, man.
as possible. But in the meantime, keep
Fucking
your eyes peeled
shirt.
for some pretty interesting videos I have planned and my update videos. Before I close this video, I just wanna say how much I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for making what I do possible. And I know that the majority of you are gonna be extremely supportive right now, and I really appreciate that. Don't forget, if you wanna pick up a shirt, there's a link in the description down below. And as always, my name is Scott. And you will most definitely see me next time.
Hell yeah. Dink. Dude, that's crazy. A bunch of the other gun tubers had made content for his channel while he recovered based. This is crazy. I don't know if there's really much else I can say about that. I'm so happy that like he was able to come out of everything with like pretty much a guaranteed recovery after it all was done, and that the doctors did their best, and that he had good doctors, good nurses, good everything. Like he really just had like the best of everything with this situation. So definitely like that's pretty nuts. Like I said, there's not much I can freaking say to that. Yeah, damn.